Okay, so it's going to be a very busy deadline day. I think I set up the mic better. If you haven't already, check out my Victor Osimhen video earlier. I went through all the latest updates, but today is about Raheem Sterling, or in this video, still today, it's going to be about Raheem Sterling exiting Chelsea and Jadon Sancho potentially joining. Now, of course, they play in the same position, left wing, both right-footed. Jadon Sancho is a lot younger and probably worth more money. Yeah, now, Chelsea are trying to get rid of Raheem Sterling. He doesn't fit Maresca's plans and he's on stupidly high wages. Manchester United are trying to get rid of Sancho because he doesn't fit Eric Ten Hag's plans and is on stupidly high wages. Neither of them will take a pay cut and stay at their own team. That's not how it works. But they both possibly could take a pay cut and go elsewhere. Now, there was talks about them going either way, Sterling to United and Sancho to Chelsea. But I think United don't want Sterling unless there's a new update coming out later today. Um, yeah, so Nizar Kinsella is saying if all bonuses are met, Raheem Sterling's side believe they are owed a staggering £70 million, which would have to be made up or a loss negotiated between him, the buying club, and Chelsea. £70 million is mental. Now, he's got 2 years left in his contract, I believe, and is on 300k a week, which I think only adds up to around £32 million. Because I saw that the other day. I'm not that good at maths. But £70 million, I don't know where they're getting that from. Potentially with add-on with the bonuses that Chelsea are putting in, if we get Champions League football, or how many goals that maybe they're predicting him to score 30 goals in both seasons. That's unrealistic. Um, £70 million is a lot of money that we'd have to negotiate for him to leave. Happens on Football Manager a lot. You have to sometimes negotiate an amount of money that they'd be missing out on. Sky Sports News said 6 minutes ago it's looking likely that Raheem Sterling will either stay at Chelsea or move to Arsenal today. Now, that's not really an update. We know that he could stay at Chelsea if no one wants to go in for him because he's on such high wages. But Arsenal apparently are now the not the favourites, but the only really remaining team. He has spoken to Mikel Arteta today, apparently. They work together at Man City. I think he's an upgrade on Martinelli and Trossard. I don't think Trossard's a starter. I don't think Martinelli's that impressive. I think he might do well for Arsenal, but they are apparently hoping to pay nothing for him. Now, this is the big one. It's according to Sky Sports News, breaking news 5 minutes ago. Chelsea are edging closer to a deal for Manchester United's Jadon Sancho. Now, it looked like he was close to a deal to Juventus. They agreed everything. Chelsea had agreed everything with Man United. Um, and then it was down to the player. But the deal to Juventus has apparently stalled, and Sky Sports now saying that Chelsea are edging closer to an agreement with Man United over the signing of Jadon Sancho after further talks. Permanent and loan options are still on the table, and Manchester United value him at about £25 million, which I think is a bargain because there is such a good player in there. You can tell that he helped Borussia Dortmund get to the Champions League final last year. And Sky Sports chef says Chelsea are getting close to an agreement to sign Jadon Sancho. Now, I don't know, that was 4 minutes ago. Now, I don't know if that's an agreement with Sancho or an agreement with United. I think the agreement with United could be easily done because they don't particularly want him there. Um, I think the agreement with Sancho, I think he will want to play for Chelsea under Enzo Maresca. He said he really likes him. Joe Shields is at Chelsea. I think it all makes sense for Sancho to join Chelsea, but the left wing depth we have Mikhailo Mudryk, who is a frustrating one, but he won't go out on loan. He'll stay. We have a new signing in Pedro Neto, who looks great, but he can play on the right as well. And then we have Raheem Sterling, who I think will have to leave if Sancho joins 100%. And it just means that we need to set, if we end up selling Sterling to Arsenal for a fee of like 15-20 million pounds, because he is a good player at the end of the day, just not for Chelsea and we don't want him. And then we end up signing Sancho for like 25 mil, or maybe just a loan with an option to buy if he does well. On lower wages, we don't have to pay Sterling wages anymore. He's probably more impactful than Mudryk at the moment. I think Mudryk just needs time and patience, and he will come good. And then Neto and Madueke can fight for that right hand side. It is an exciting lineup. And then if we can get Victor Osimhen over the line, like I said, check out the video. It could be impressive and a lethal attack. And not to mention Cole Palmer, João Felix, Christopher Nkunku. The Jacksons looking much better each game. And yeah, we lost to Servette last night, but I'm really not reading into it. You could see the players weren't really taking it seriously, which isn't great. But when Mark Yu and Madueke came off, they were all smiling and laughing, like, "Oh, that was annoying. Oh, I thought I was going to score." But yeah, anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We also had Tyreek George come on left wing, who looked good, and I think he's too good for the development team. So either we keep him and don't get Sancho instead of Sterling, or maybe he gets a loan today, which I wouldn't be against because I think he's too good for the development squad. He scored too many goals last season. Now, a quick update. 19 seconds ago, the type of deal, permanent slash loan, Chelsea do for Jadon Sancho could depend on what happens with Raheem Sterling. Yeah, maybe we loan out Sterling to Arsenal with an option to buy or something. Then we'd need a loan with an option to buy for Sancho. Otherwise, next season we could end up with Sancho and Sterling and Mudryk and George and Neto all on the left, which wouldn't be great. Too much. So, and if Sterling performs badly on that loan for Arsenal, then no one's going to really want to go in for him. But like the video, subscribe. We're going to keep coming with the updates on each story as it develops. When there's big news like this one, Chelsea edging closer to Jadon Sancho. This one excites me. I think this could be a really, really astute signing. And like the Osimhen one earlier, I'm going to do a quick video. Got the new mic. I'm hoping it's going to sound better each time. Getting used to it. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.